Alright, so here we are in the 2022 Acura MDX. Turn the fan down a little bit. This is the A-Spec model with the super handling all-wheel drive. Very high quality materials in this vehicle. Very smooth J35 3.5 liter V6. Very smooth engine. So the thing about this, because I drove the previous MDX and this is actually a lot quieter. The transmission is better sorted in the sense that, you know, it's not constantly searching for gears. This feels a bit quicker than the previous one that I drove. They have this synthetic noise. It's a very comfortable ride. Let's try and sport. Here we go. So when I put it in sport mode, the gauges has this like red accent over it. So on this very rough road, the MDX is actually quite comfortable. Definitely has more kick to it than the previous generation, that's for sure. Alright, so let's talk about the MDX for a second. This is the A-Spec with super handling all-wheel drive. Nice red leather, wireless charging right here. That's pretty nice. We have the one-to-one touchpad interface. It's not very hard to use, because I've used this before in the RDX and I had no issues making it work. You know, it's not a hard system to use. To the navigation, and it's very ergonomic. You see the handrest right here. You just rest your hand on it and you use the infotainment system, and wherever you touch on the trackpad, that's where you touch on the screen. So it's literally a one-to-one. Nice red leather, very high quality materials. Nice. I love this flat bottom steering wheel. Panoramic moonroof. Let's see the back. Let's check the back seat room. This is my driving position. As you can see, it has so much room. That's a lot of room. Has the rear shade. That's pretty cool. That's nice. One thing I don't love about it is the hard plastic on the back of the seat. I don't love this. You know, it's the same story in the RDX and the TLX, and actually it's the same story in the Genesis GV70 I test drove the other day. So I guess it's just a modern vehicle trend or something. You have your climate controls here, you know, warmer, cooler, fan, on and off. You have a USB connection, a power outlet, 12 volt. So that's good. The TLX is missing that, but here the MDX has it. But then again, the MDX is king. So of course it has it. This middle area here is actually removable, so that's pretty cool. And third row, a lot of space back here. There's so much room. And has the individual lighting. I like that. Have a look in the back. Has so much room in here. I can fit in here. There's another 12 volt, so that's pretty good. You have your storage compartment. Nice. I have a spare tire under here according to Acura. That's pretty cool. So under the hood, we're talking about 290 horsepower, 267 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, I feel all 290 horsepower when I'm driving. I wish it had the 360 camera though. So the competitors for this vehicle are the BMW X5, the Mercedes ML350, the Audi Q7. You know, I think the Audi Q7 is the closest in comparison with this vehicle, just because of the dimensions and the overall body shape. What I realize is Acura and Audi, they're more comparable versus Acura and the other German competitors. Yep, this is very quick for a big SUV, and it doesn't feel big. That's a trickery. It doesn't feel like a big SUV. And the wheelbase, I think it's 198. I think the length of this vehicle is 198. So it's not a short vehicle by any means. You know, it's very long and it's wide. I love the aggressive stance of this vehicle. And to be honest, it doesn't feel underpowered, you know, because I've been reading online a lot of people complaining why did Acura had to give it, you know, the same 290 horsepower if they couldn't give it an even 300. But that's just 10 more horsepower. You're not going to feel the difference. And I think the J35 and the MDX, they go well together, even though my personal preference would be the 3.7 liter V6 that was in the previous, the 2013 MDX. Now that engine was a beast. It had 300 horsepower. It was also in the discontinued ZDX. I wish Acura would bring that model back as a BMW X6 fighter, you know. Has a lot of piped in noise, but it doesn't sound fake. Wow. It's 290 horsepower is more than adequate here. Let's go in comfort mode. So as you can see, the lighting in the instrument cluster, it changes to blue when we're in comfort mode. You know, it's not red in your face. Oh, we're in sport mode, we're gonna go crazy. Nothing like that. It's in blue to tell you we're in comfort mode. We're gonna go calmly. You know, we're not gonna rev it out. I should have removed that license plate from there. So I find no fault with this vehicle. I can only imagine how good the MDX Type S will be. Is the GLE 350 more luxurious? Of course. Is the X5 a little bit more sporty? Of course it is. It's a BMW on a rear-wheel drive platform. So that's a given. I think Acura did well here. 290 horsepower is sufficient. If you want more power, the Type S is coming. So there's that. It's a previous gen TLX A-Spec. I always like the look of that vehicle. Nice. I'm gonna park beside this Q7 right here. Now we're going to compare the dimensions of both vehicles. Let me shut this off. So MDX Q7, you can see very similar design. And when I say very similar design, I meant the overall shape of the vehicle. I'm not talking about the small stuff like the headlights, the grille, and stuff like that. I'm not talking about the wheels. I'm talking about the overall shape of the vehicle. It's very similar in design. All right, everybody. Well, that concludes my test drive for today of the MDX A-Spec Super Handling all-wheel drive. Thanks for watching.